Hi and welcome to today's video. If you're new here, my name is Liana, and if you're returning, welcome back. So today's video is a beauty video. It's makeup for today. I wanted to share an updated makeup routine, but this is a very quick and easy, fresh-faced makeup routine. So this doesn't use as many products as I used to. I've kind of limited it down. It takes way less time. Also, it just kind of gives me that awake look, that put together look without taking so long to do. For some people, this still may be a lot of makeup, but if you actually do makeup, then you'll see that this isn't that much makeup. So I'm just throwing that disclaimer out there. So for this routine, I use strictly powder products, even to my face. So you'll see all the products that I use in just a little bit, but this is super easy and simple to do, and I like to just do it just so I look put together and like not ghostly how I look right now. But I hope that you guys like this video. If you do, hit that thumbs up. If you enjoy faith, lifestyle, and beauty content, definitely hit that subscribe button and make sure to hit the notification bell so that you're notified every time I post a new video. So let's get into the makeup. So since I'm using primarily all powder products, I like to make sure that my face is very hydrated and moisturized and everything like that. So for face cream, I use Pond's. I've been using Pond's for years, and that's like my holy grail. It's the one with the blue top. So good. Then I like to go in with the NYX Bear With Me Prime Set and Refresh Makeup Spray. This is so good and it's so affordable. So I do this first to wet my skin. I'll spray that, let that soak in. If you see me looking over here, it's because I have my mirror. So I let that soak in. Roll up my sleeves. Sometimes this is all that I put on my face as primer. Other times I also put the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Hydrating Primer. This is like a jelly. I like this because it keeps my face like tacky, so it grips the makeup products. So from day to day it does change. For today I am going to use both. I'm just waiting for the setting spray to sink in. I have to get more of this actually. I found this at Walmart. Super affordable. So I just have to run and get some more of it. As you can see, it's like crusty and dirty. So for the primer, I don't use a ton. I just use like a pea-sized amount, like that much. And I warm it up in my hands. I like this also because it's like cooling. The face spray is cooling. This is cooling. And I press this into my skin. If you hear background noise, it's the heat. It is cold in New York. Right now we are in the middle of a nor'easter, so it's snowing and everything like that. So it's cold. So heat's on. So I'll let that primer sink into the skin just for a little bit. It doesn't take long at all. Alright, so we're set with the primed skin. So this is what we're looking at. So for face powder foundation, I use the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in medium, and this is what it looks like. And I go in with a big fluffy brush. Sometimes if I need some more extra coverage, I'll put concealer where I need it, but I'm not a huge fan of doing that just because this isn't so much coverage, so then to me it's obvious that I have like spot concealed. I'd rather my face just be the powder. It is what it is, and it's not like here I have extra coverage or here you can tell that it's concealer. Like, I don't personally like that look, so I just go in with the powder all over the brush. And where I want the most coverage or pigmentation, that's where I'll start first. So like the center of my face, and then I'll build out. Start with under the eyes and just buff it into the skin. You'll still see like blemishes, imperfections, redness poke out, but it doesn't look bad in my opinion. It just looks like a very natural coverage and finish, so it doesn't look like you're wearing so much makeup or trying to hide any imperfections. This isn't for everyone, and that's fine, but if you don't mind some of your natural texture, pigmentation, anything like that poking out, then I definitely recommend this. Bring it down the neck. Sometimes I go in a little bit more under the eye and briefly over the eyelids, just because my eyelids can sometimes be a little more pink, so I don't want it to look accentuated because it doesn't have any sort of product or coverage on it. And there we go. So my skin tone is evened out. You can still see like the redness in my cheeks in person. On camera you might not be able to pick it up. And I do have like some blemishes over here and over here. You can't really tell so much. You can tell that they're covered up, but nothing like they were before. And this product has like somewhat of a sheen to it, this powder. So it gives like a nice little glow to the skin without really trying too much. So next product I'm going in with is the Milani Silky Matte Bronzing Powder, and this is in number 2, which is Sun-Kissed. It's a very cool toned bronzer. It's very light, so having a heavy hand can't really tell most of the time. So I go in with another like contouring brush, fluffy though. You want everything to be nice and diffused, nothing too harsh. And I'll like kind of like blot off some of the extra powder, and I will start back here in like the indent from my cheekbone and just work that in like this, and I'm going upwards. In the forehead and then the jaw. I do the jaw last just so that it's not that dark, because it can kind of be a little obvious sometimes if you get a little heavy-handed with the contouring. If you go to your jaw first, and then you'll have like that dark line that looks a little funny sometimes if it's not blended. And this part, you know, you mess up your baby hairs, you mess up your hairline. Bring it down just so that there's some blend. Go back over so that it's a little bit more accentuated. On camera it's going to be a little bit more washed out because of the lights. And there we go. Just bringing some more color to the face and definition. I like to go into my nose. Not necessarily to like snatch my nose right now, but just to give some color back to the center of my face and under my bottom lip so it looks a little pouty. I'll even do like the bridge of my nose and underneath. So it's like that. That's what it looks like. If I've brought my bronzer down a little too low, I'll just go with the big fluffy brush that I did for my face, and I will just go under to clean it up. And there we go. So it looks like that. So for blush, I'm going to use the Milani Baked Powder Blush in Dolce Pink, and this is what it looks like. It's super pretty. It has a nice color. It's not super pink, but it has some flecks of shimmer in it so that it gives a nice glow if you didn't want to have to do highlighter too. So I go in with a stippling brush. This is what it looks like. I go in with a stippling brush and very like gently just buff that in. I like a stippling brush just because it gives more of a sheerer application to the blush, so it's not like the stripe and you look like Napoleon ice cream. And I'll just dab that. And there we go. Sometimes just a little bit over the nose just to get some sort of color in there. If I want some extra highlight, I'll go in with the Milani Highlight Duo in 120, which is Power Up. It's a cream and a powder, and this is what it looks like. I'll go in with this one. On the tops of my cheeks. Go in a little bit on the nose and a little bit on the Cupid's bow. After that is when I go to my eyes. So I just like to do my eyebrows and throw on some mascara. So for eyebrows, I use the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Boost and Set. It's this cute little packaging. It's like a tinted brow gel, so it has a small little brush, and you just go comb through your brows to coat them. So you can see that I have pretty good like natural brows, so I just want to set them. Just add some more color so they don't get lost. This wouldn't be me doing my makeup if I didn't get something on my eyelid, so I'll just let that dry up to take that off later. While that's still drying, I go in with a spoolie and just comb out the brows. I want them to have more color, but I don't want them to be stiff or like stuck. Like, I want them fuller and set, but not like super drawn in, emphasized. I like a thicker, fluffier brow now, so that's what I'm going for with this, and this is what we have. So I'll let this dry for a little bit and then take that off. So after I have that done, I'll go back in with the highlighter for my eyes, the inner corner, and under the brow bone. So after that, I go in with my lash curler. I got this eyelash curler from TJ Maxx for like $5, and I love that it has the cushions on the handles. So for mascara, I go in with L'Oreal's Lash Paradise Voluminous Mascara, and I just do 1 to 2 light coats. Just comb through my lashes. That's coat 1. You can end just there. Sometimes I do 2, but today I want to do 2 coats. Alright, and then let me just take this off. Just touch up my highlight under the brow bone. Took some off. So last and final step is to set with setting spray again. You'll see me do this in my other makeup routines, but because this all was powder, this is a major step so that it melts into the skin and it doesn't look so powdery and like cakey. So I'm just gonna go over. And I go in with my sponge and just press it into the skin. Last but not least, Vaseline. And call it a day. So this is the final product for the makeup. Very light coverage, super easy, simple to do, lightweight, and it's just opening the eyes with some mascara, emphasizing the brows just a little bit so they don't get lost with the powder, and adding some color to the face with bronzer, blush, and highlight, and lips, simple chapstick, but you could put whatever lip gloss you'd like or anything like that. So I love doing this makeup routine. It takes me less than 15 minutes to do it. It might take me a little bit longer because I'm recording it, but on a day-to-day basis or whenever I just need to get done up just a little bit, this is what I like to do, especially because I have to have my skin nice and moisturized and hydrated and plumped for this, so it makes me pay attention extra to skincare so that the powders sit nicely on my face. So some fun and exciting news. This past week I was in a podcast episode. The podcast is called Embracing the Bull, and the specific episode that I was on masculine versus feminine energy. I spoke with a couple friends about it and it turned out great for our first time podcasting. I would love for you guys to check it out. I will leave it linked down in the description down below, and definitely let me know your thoughts. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely hit the thumbs up. If you try this makeup look, definitely let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you in my next video.